Tonight,
You're listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
Oh, did you get cigarettes?
Yellow? No, but I have a whole pack of the yellows, so don't worry about it. It's recording.
Are you okay for it? That was brilliant today.
That was a fun, yeah.
You were fucking on
I had a
fire.
sentence.
Are you okay for drinks and shit? Yeah, well.
Can you bring the Jameson in here, maybe?
Sure, one in the back. Quicker for everyone else. Thank you all.
Yeah, tomorrow will be good too. I'm glad you called me a couple days before.
Hey, buddy, come on.
Well, I've been on the fence about
Here's the,
whether or not I want to keep doing it.
Jameson. Well, have you done,
I haven't done a set. That's the
but
first
I mean,
set
have
I've
you
in a
done
year and a half.
prank calls on stage like that? As a set?
Like 2 or 3 times.
So
before.
fucking good.
Yeah. Well, I was getting into that because I was getting bored with comedy before COVID. And I was like, well, what do I like to do? And I'm like, well, live
Can you
prank
kill that
calls.
music there?
Yes.
And I don't think anybody's done live prank calls. And it's also, I like the, I like the chaotic. I like not knowing, because they could all be duds one night.
I know.
Or you get the spider guy tonight, where the best compliment is
Tracy.
when people think that it's a setup, that the call's so good, they're like, oh, that guy was.
We're recording.
I think it's more exercise.
Isn't that what we're?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, you can. We're recording. This is actually part of the podcast. Just because there's no Chaley here doesn't mean
It's
we're not
on.
recording. I know.
Oh.
No, I was telling Brian.
Oh, okay.
But I think this it's fucking.
Thanks.
I think it will blow up.
Thanks for making me come up here. But you didn't make me, but thanks for the invite, because this is also.
But the first night you were panicked, like I don't know, like the material and thing, and like and the equipment. But
I mean, I wasn't
after. I mean, the first night was great. The second night, you're like, all right, I fucking got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. And once people know what's going on,
Right.
once you like, oh my god, I'm fucking jealous as
It was a
shit.
better crowd tonight. But I like the chaos or the X factor of like the calls. Like you could do a whole set could be a call
Sorry.
if you get the right person.
Yeah, I think people like don't know exactly. Like where's the goof? Where's the
Right.
line of where he's lying to us?
Yeah. Well, the children's
I'm
hospital
from
call.
San Francisco. Like, all that shit. Like, but no, obviously, when you actually make the prank calls, they know these are real people.
Yeah.
Because they go sideways and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
The one with where you just yelled at the end, "It's a wheelchair!"
But
Like,
the
people were fucking so into it.
Tonight went well. It was a better crowd, maybe, but the children's hospital I think worked better tonight. Tracy is the children's hospital lady, but tonight I feel like a good amount of the audience believed it, because even when I called back to apologize,
Okay, so just for the listener, he was making legit prank calls, and then Thaddeus Russell's here. Hello.
What's up, man?
Sorry, I just came directly from stage because I want to go right from the stage to the podcast where I'm still in the mood to talk. And Thaddeus Russell is here, and I wanted to meet him after the show, but I also wanted to be immediately on a podcast. So we'll get with you in a second.
No problem.
Yeah, all the prank calls are legit, and you had one
at the end, which is you need the legit ones, because then everybody's like, this guy's making real prank calls. And I go, I don't know if I should. And I blamed it on you. I was like, Doug told me to do this one. I don't know. And then I call, and then Tracy answers, San Francisco Children's Hospital. And people were like, no. And I'm like, what? No, see, I knew. And then I just like at the end, I go, oh, well, I put a bomb in there anyway. So, and then people were like, what? And my argument is like, come on, it's an obvious joke. The cops aren't going to. Who would do that? It's not.
Thaddeus, have you ever? Thaddeus wrote the Renegade, the history of the United States, and I've been on your podcast, and fantastic book. And then you guess I caused a bit of fucking kerfuffle on the Twitter today. I'm I'm output only on Twitter, like, because just one bad comment will fuck up my whole set. Just like that guy that was rolling his eyes when he's eating his nachos, fucked up a whole bit in my head. But because you have to be vaxxed, we're playing Cobb's Comedy Club.
I started in trouble
in San Francisco. Yeah. Move a little closer.
I was pissed, man. I was pissed.
Well, I didn't know if he was. He had just found out. They just instituted you can't come to Cobb's if you don't have your vaccination.
Well, you can't go anywhere. You're supposed to show it at all restaurants. Although not, I went.
Is that California or is that
just
San
here?
Francisco?
Just San Francisco. Yeah. LA, I had because that's when Hennigan told me I had to bring my vax card. I like either way. I'm like, well, I have never had to show it anywhere because I haven't flown or anything. And in LA, you don't have to.
The first time I had to show it was at a taqueria here, where you go
Indian restaurant yesterday.
Indian restaurant yesterday.
The authentic Mexican where you have a knuckle in it and you have to take that out of your mouth to chew the rest of the meat in the taco bite. Yeah, that was the first time I got to use my vaccination card.
But yeah, so this is the only place.
Is it?
Yeah,
well,
we've flown.
Even in LA, they don't do it.
LA, you don't have to show
really?
it anywhere. I mean, I don't know since Monday, since they did the FDA thing, maybe they'll start changing it, but you don't have to. Probably for like concerts. I haven't done anything yet. So I think in LA you have to. If you go to like a concert,
I'm good. I'm good.
You have to show.
Wow.
But I feel like it's
New York,
like
New York, right?
Oh, right, New York. I think, yeah. But it's just like it's a rule. Like nobody else.
You play New York?
No, I'm not playing New York.
No. But they don't ask you because, like, restaurants, bars, they need business. They don't need their door guy checking fucking vax cards, and like they want people.
Well, here, this is how I got here Sunday because I had 2 days off coming from Denver, so I was shit faced at the bar next door, which is a great bar, La Roca or Roca. I don't know how you pronounce it. And so I've been drinking since 10:30 in the morning at the Denver airport. By showtime, they had ladies' night comedy, funny people who happen to be women.
Right.
And I go over and the door girl, like they're wanding people, like a metal detector wand and checking vax cards. God. And I was just shit faced. So all right, I'm going to help you work the door against your will. And I'm like, telling dudes they need pat downs, it's mandatory, and then I start giving them massages and stuff. We're just goofing off because I'm fucking drunk. But I'm like, why are you wanding metal detector wands for a Sunday night ladies comedy show? Is there some East Coast, West Coast fucking women's comedy fucking beef?
Sarah Silverman and Judy Gold have started that.
So is this a
that was when you called for the whiskey coke?
Oh, okay. I
beat them to the stage, so that was sitting down there.
All right, so that's Coke and that's whiskey.
Yeah. Oof. Want some ice?
So that's what started it, like with the vax, and then when Thaddeus tweets at me and at Cobbs, what a dark joke that I have to show a vax card to get in here. And I stopped reading after one. You said it was not the comic's fault, and one guy said, "Yes, it is." I go, I don't want to.
People are blaming you. I was like, you don't understand what's going on, guys. Yeah,
that's what we always talk about with the phones in bags. Like a lot of comics require. No, you have to put your cell phone fucking in a little lock bag. The club should do that.
Yeah.
Don't blame the comic.
Of course.
And make them look like assholes. You're a fucking business. They're gonna hate you anyway for the drink prices.
Agents and stuff too. You know, to like make. You know, that's why you have your agent call.
But if they say Dave Chappelle requires this,
right.
then a lot of people hate Dave Chappelle. Where if you say the punchline requires this, then they go, oh, fuck them anyway. Their drink prices are too much, and and they just hate the fucking. Anyway,
I was calling out the club, not you. I was worried that I was afraid that was going to happen. You were going to get some shit for it.
But it's like you have
the club's policy. It's not your policy.
What's the city policy?
Well, yeah, that's exactly the city policy. Yeah, right.
Yeah, make them hate the fucking city.
That's true. Yeah, well,
Hate the messenger. Don't hate the messenger.
Kill the messenger.
Although, no way, the city requires vaccination. It requires masks.
No, the card. You have to
Now?
show, because I
Because in East
Googled
Bay
it
they
before I
don't.
came.
In East Bay, it's just the masks.
Yeah, Oakland, yeah,
That's where I
like,
live.
you don't have to.
That's
but
what- okay, I
San
didn't know that.
Francisco is.
All right, I'll apologize.
Same with Juul vape cigarettes. You can't buy them here, but you can buy them in Oakland.
There's no
we should
rules
start
in
smuggling.
There's no laws.
tired
in
of
Oakland.
It's anarchy over there.
Yeah.
Where I live. Well, there's explosions every night. I mean, it's like Baghdad. The fireworks. Have you heard about the Oakland fireworks?
No.
Oh, it's
Is there
just
a big Mexican population there?
It's everybody.
I know
What
in
are you trying
LA
to say?
where because I live on the east side of Los
Do you
Angeles,
like the
and it's
fireworks?
like you hear legitimate like
Bombs.
window shot like
Yeah.
Gunshots.
rattling.
M-
No,
M80s.
explosions
What?
like
Fireworks.
big
Wait, are you
like
talking
corner
about
stick of
actual
dynamite.
fireworks or
Like-
Yeah,
like
and I'm not saying it as a
quarter
rate.
sticks
Like
of dynamite.
Mexicans are into fireworks. I mean, that's who's doing it. Over
Half
there.
stick
I'm
of
not-
dynamite.
Like stuff.
I don't know what it is, but it's like you hear like that sounds like they just blew up a building.
Oh, it sounds like Baghdad in my neighborhood. Yeah. Like all summer long.
Who's doing it?
I don't
Just-
know. I mean, it is. There's
guys.
Mexican
No,
everywhere.
you have to point out a race.
I was gonna say.
Well, I'm not. Well, listen.
Who's
It's just it's a fact that's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess fucking cancel me. I don't know. I mean, I know the hipsters aren't fucking doing it in
Well,
Silver
no,
Lake.
it's fucking where I live. It's
Yeah.
fucking our white friends
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
blowing
but that's
up
a whole different-
tannerite
they're
in the
different
fucking
explosions,
desert.
Of course.
But at the
Yeah.
end of the Bisbee fireworks every 4th of July, as soon as the official fireworks end,
Mhm.
that's when the Mexican fireworks begin. Like
Uh-huh.
in the park.
Oh, it is
They
a
just
Mexican
like they all
thing.
bring their own and the families just come with all of them. And just
I didn't know it was a Mexican thing.
I mean,
Makes sense. I
maybe
guess.
I'm wrong, but I think
I'm
I'm not
I
though.
think
It's
true.
like
I think it's true.
4th of July. Like one time I
It's
went on 4th of July at like 2:30 in the morning. I went on my back because it was just like
Chinese
cacophony
dentist.
of like that
You
is my-
started it.
Yeah.
2:30?
You see, I don't say
Brendan Walsh
Chinese.
has
I don't say
started-
Chinese.
I know.
Okay.
It's time to go to the dentist. He just Brendan Walsh has so many dumb fucking things that we continue to say
Yes.
20 years
Yeah.
later.
Always.
And every time someone says 2:30, time to go to the dentist.
Oh, I have a dentist appointment.
Oh, I
Okay.
can't.
I
I
can't
can't.
go.
I can't make it.
It's at
Yeah.
2:30. I got a dentist appointment.
Oh wait, where's my phone? Do you have my phone?
But it's like, I'm trying to.
But I think
Oh,
the
wait,
origins of it.
Do I
is-
have your
is,
phone or your foam?
That's
Yeah,
it.
phone.
That's the other one.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't
What do you
find my
say?
phone. And Walsh would go, "Did you say your phone or your foam?" And it's still 20 fucking
Cracks
years.
us up.
Just dumb shit he says. Thaddeus, he came to a Super Bowl party and he had a Bluetooth in his ear.
I found
It
a
was
blue,
dead.
like one of those things.
It didn't
Yeah.
I
work.
just found it on the street.
Stuck it in your ear.
So
It was
we're
pre-COVID.
busy for 4 days.
Yeah.
You
That
just
was
sit
a guy.
down and you go, play along, Tracy. Go,
Well, she would talk like,
say-
I'd say,
no,
hey,
I got it.
oh,
I'm
okay,
doing you.
yeah, yeah.
hey, so what are you doing later on?
I think we're gonna go downtown.
Oh, hang on. Some douchebag's talking to me. And he'd step over you instead of taking the clear route and step over everyone. Yeah, these assholes keep talking. What do you do? And we kept falling for it over and over again.
And the craziest thing is you just reminded me of this like 2 months ago. Like that was like, I'll have these dumb bits that I just do ad nauseum for 3 days. And then I forget about them. And then like when he brought that up, I'm like, oh my God. That was like one of the funniest things I ever did in my life, and I forgot about it.
And we've been doing it for 15 years.
Some fucking assholes talking to me. Hold on, let me go.
Well, you did have that bit
Yeah,
with the
which-
plums.
yeah,
The plums.
which-
Like you're in the produce section
Yeah.
talking to someone.
Oh
These
shit!
are-
Yeah,
and they
that's
thought
right.
they thought you were talking to them, and it was
She's
all
like,
about
what kind
plums.
of plums? And you started
Some of
explaining.
Oh, the lady. Yeah. I was talking to a lady. That was a real thing. That really happened. Yeah. The lady was she was talking to someone, and I thought she was talking to me. Yeah.
I every time we have Brendan on, I don't want to be like repetitive about his pranks, but since Thaddeus is here,
Uh-huh.
he's gone to like the Banksy level of pranks where one time there was a billboard off the 10 of the 405 in LA,
Right.
and there was a cell phone on it, was T-Mobile, whatever.
Metro PCS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could Google this.
Yeah.
The listener can Google this. I don't know.
It had a picture of a phone on it. And it just said Metro PCS. And I was like, that phone. And it just had like the time on the phone. And I was like, it'd be funny to put some like weird text messages on the phone. So I like took a picture of my friend because it was a low billboard. Took a picture of my friend standing under it and figured out kind of like how tall it was and
Measurements.
Perspective.
perspective, yeah. And then went to a vinyl place, like adhesive vinyl. You can get big giant stickers printed out.
Like fatheads.
Yeah, and went to a vinyl place and I printed out texts. And it took me a while to figure out the texts. Because I was going to put something about like your mom dying and I was like, oh, that's mom's too much. So the text I put on there was, there's one text that said, your father passed away last night. And then the reply says, OMG, what? And then it's the same person. They go, what? All passed. And it fucking looked great too, because like I even got the angle right.
Oh yeah, because
like,
it wasn't straight on.
Right, it was like a tilt.
Shake.
And it was so good. And I did it on a Sunday morning at 7 a.m. And I put on a white coverall thing.
To look professional.
But just because people driving by be like, guy's probably supposed to be up there. He's like 40.
He's got an orange vest.
Yeah.
Harbor Freight.
Our friend Andy Andrews. Andy does. He just has a orange reflective vest, so he can just stop and look professional when he's like stealing street signs.
Yeah.
And a security windbreaker.
Does he have
Yes.
that too?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's no good.
Someone reminded me of a Craigslist ad that I put out that I totally fucking forgot about. Hoarder seeking rooming. And then the ad or the photos were just hoarder house, like stacks of newspaper, but it was like $350 a month for a room and so on. I got tons of replies. And I totally, like, my manager wanted to, like, this was like right when I first moved to LA, but I was like, yeah, rent a house and let's fill it with shit and I'll fucking interview people.
Yeah,
film
hidden
it.
camera the people that show up.
But I told him I deleted, either way, my Gmail's like getting full, so I deleted every email pre like 2015 and I don't have any pictures of it.
Yeah.
But I used to do Craigslist.
You did Beagle.
I had one where I was trying to sell a sack of barber's hair for $50. And then printer paper, $1 a sheet. And people would like reply, they're like, you can get a fucking 100 sheets for like $3 at Staples. And I'm like, yeah, well, go to Staples then. Mine are $1.
Don't want it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
I
was selling a $20 bill. And actually, Craigslist took this one off. I was selling a $20 bill for $50. And I had like a ruler next to it and then a dime for perspective just to like show that it was an actual 20.
There was one where was it Hell's Kitchen or something? You did something.
Oh, yeah, Top Chef.
Top Chef, yeah, where you
Where I was a
like
bad guy.
printed out like your body.
It was the first billboard, and I didn't realize how big they were. Because it was up on a 7-Eleven near my
It was
house.
above a 7-Eleven with fucking like razor wire you had to get over.
No, I just had to climb on the roof.
But you had like Shawcroft and John Doerr, like
People came to watch me do it.
you had to put an Ocean's 11 or Ocean's
Team
3.
They just came to watch. I don't know where I got the ladder, but I climbed up on the 7-Eleven and I printed out. It was the
It's a
season of
reality
Top
show,
Chef.
Top
Top
Shelf.
Chef, and it
And
was
they had all the finalists.
in DC. It was the contestants, and it took place in DC. So the billboard was all the contestants standing in the reflecting pool of the Washington Monument. So I took a picture of him. I was like, oh, it'd be funny if there's a bad guy behind them, like stirring a pot, so you'd be like, oh, who's that guy? And so I printed myself out with the legs cut off at the shin, so it looked like I was standing in the water too. Put together a chef uniform, was stirring a pot, the fedora. And I made myself I was like, I should be a little bit smaller because I'll be in the background. And when I climbed up there, I didn't have another ladder, so I couldn't put myself up higher to look like I was in the background. So I was just right in line with the other contestants, but I was half their size. So it was like a little guy stirring a pot.
Creepier.
Weirder, yeah. But it didn't. But that was the first one. That was the first billboard thing. And also, I did that because I had moved to Los Angeles, and everything was like business like comedies, a business. Oh, we should do
there
this
was
as my
nothing
manager's
funny,
just like
yeah.
this. And I'm like, I just want to do something where I'm running away laughing. Like I wanted like a 12-year-old knocking on doors and running away.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm just going to do this for me. And of course, like after that, like my manager's like, there's a show in this. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Vandalism? Like,
Monetize.
yeah.
Misdemeanor.
Had all these fucking meetings about
I
prank
remember
shows.
I was at some meeting. It was around the .com bust
Mhm.
where everyone was hiring comedians for fucking way too much money to make original content around 2000.
Mhm.
And I remember one writer's room thing where someone went, you know what? Comedy is becoming a buzzword for not funny. You couldn't say it any better. Like they're just trying to monetize anything that's funny, and like it's not. But fucking, he came to my house and vandalized the neighborhood with just putting up printed off
Lost
papers.
Comb.
Lost comb lost. And he had drawn just a pocket
Unbreakable
comb
comb.
with a few teeth missing. Have you seen this comb? I need it. I use
I
it
lost
to
it.
comb my hair.
I
Have
lost
you
my
seen
comb
this?
on my last visit to Bisbee.
And anytime we ever on the road saw a comb,
Yeah,
Tracy and I
oh my
would take a picture and send it to Brendan.
Oh, lots
Like,
of people, because I've lost comb
Is
lost
this
at
your
Gmail.
comb?
You have
People
lost
would
one
do
lost
that.
at Gmail?
Well, yeah, because I've done it. I did it in Austin, I did it in LA, I did it in Bisbee, and then I actually stole a line from you, or I think you told me. I know you gave me the line, but a lady, I was tacking it up on a telephone pole in Silver Lake, and the lady's like looking at it, and she's like, "Why don't you just buy a new comb?" And I go, "What, in this economy?" But you gave me that line somehow.
Hannigan remembers it.
Yeah.
Just, in this economy, it's just like a thing that I would do. I don't, but I remember asking you that because there's some catchphrases that, "Hey, nice lady," I always say that, and I go,
Yeah.
"Did I steal that from you, or did you steal that from me?" And you go, "I think we both stole it from Jerry Lewis."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's like, I realized that I've stolen, or not stolen, but like things from the Jerky Boys became part of
there you
my, like,
Classic.
the way I talk, like,
I was gonna say,
Like,
I remember that. Yeah.
with my kids.
You reminded me of
I'm
that.
like, stop that,
Yeah.
stop that. Like, Amanda never heard never really listened to the Jerky Boys, and we're on a road trip, and I was like, oh, let's listen to them. And
No
they were
one's
like,
ever disappointed when you turn them on.
Oh,
to the Jerky
shit.
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
but there were like 4 or 5 things where I'm like, oh my God, I say that
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
and I didn't even realize it
Yeah.
came from when I was
Totally
like
reminded me of Jerky
18.
Voice tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah.
That's
The prank calls. and all
Every
that
time
stuff,
I do prank calls, I go, I can only do like Saul Rosenberg.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have characters. We're gonna take a quick break so I can piss, and Shaylee can,
Shit.
Yeah.
and Tracy can make everyone drinks, and we'll be right back. Please hold.
Sex! Ah! Rulers of the underpants universe! Sex! Ah! Keep your balls off your legs and such.
Sax underwear. Don't have sweaty balls.
Was that good? I don't know.
I would do a call where I called a bridal store with the deep voice, but talk like a lady.
Yeah.
And when you're like a giant lady,
I love-
and I'd be like, I'm getting married, and I need some size 13 Jordans. So Jordans. And then they'd be like, they don't make ladies Jordans. And
that size.
but the giant lady was marrying a tiny guy, so I would do the low voice effect and do my voice high. So I'd be like, hold on. Well, my husband's here and he's a tiny man. Hold on. And then I'd use the high pitched one to talk low. So I'd be like, yeah, hey, this is her husband. I'm the tiny man. There's a giant lady, a tiny man and a giant lady. But it's like,
We are back on, by the way. But I wanted to say, to watch you do that on stage, do you know Phil Hendry?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Hendry, I watched do that live at the Aspen Comedy Festival. where he's actually using a phone and changing his voice with 2 phones.
He was calling people?
Yeah.
Well, you would use a handset phone to get the sound of that phone through.
That's what I need.
But
I was looking
watching
for
you
Mike.
was like watching Phil Hendry, because can the people that you're calling hear the laughter in the background?
I don't know. I mean, they
Not off of 58 on the stage.
Yeah.
There's so much drop off that.
Well, I have a different mic. I brought my own.
But
mic.
I mean, a cardioid mic is not picking a lot of that up. So because
well, and also people aren't like when
they're
you're
not.
on the phone,
They don't
they're not
expect an
listening
audience.
for it.
Yeah.
Except last night I made believe I was like, "There's an angry mob chasing me." And I was like, "Ah!"
Okay, tonight I didn't. You didn't do it last night, but tonight you're doing cheese dick jokes, and then you started doing laugh tracks and applause, and then groans.
See, that's where Roadcaster we were talking about. You would have a pad where you just hit a button rather than having to call up an effect. So we can talk
I have
about
a soundboard on there. Yeah.
We can talk about that offline. So
I should get. Yeah, I could definitely have better, more streamlined equipment where I don't need my laptop and whatever. I'm a
just as
DIY
long as
kinda
you keep
guy.
doing it, I think even live. I mean,
It's a good prop.
World Record podcast is great, but even live, it's fucking.
Well, that's what I wanted. Like I
spectacle.
said, I don't want to do stand-up comedy is embarrassing. I don't want to fucking go out there and talk like I have something to say. I've never said anything in 15 years. Like, what did I ever say?
You and Attell fucking both have that. You talk about real things. I go, I don't want to talk about real things. I want to do goofy fucking shit like you.
It's true. I mean, your job's to make people laugh. But, now the older that I get, but I'm leaning more into the juvenile behavior.
Wait,
but I do feel like
now.
Well, but I'm like, I do have these where I'm like, well, if I am going to talk into a microphone, maybe I should say something about how I feel about shit. But
why?
Like,
yeah, no,
I don't know.
Why?
That's why
Well,
I thought of
kill
you.
comedy.
Work the tour with
Well, to be like your
Junior.
tweet earlier.
I'm like, I need
right.
fucking
And everybody
ridiculous
fucking
in my
mentions it.
life. I need that because I feed off the other comics' energy as much as the audience.
Yeah.
So working with you and Junior, like you're fucking lightening me up.
Good.
I don't have to be a fucking asshole all the time because I don't care anymore. I genuinely don't.
I do worry about like the older and fatter I get, because like Dumb and Dumber, the sequel, like at what point does how old can you be and be a silly juvenile? Like at what point is it
we
just
did
sad?
just Google Ruth Buzzy today.
She's very funny on Twitter. You should follow her.
Yeah,
that's how it
Exactly.
started.
That's what I told him.
I follow her.
She's
Yeah.
still.
She's still alive.
She's
She's
so funny on
fucking
Twitter.
tweets.
Yeah.
Be 100.
Tweets and her. What was shit? Either way, she's got a million classic tweets. Like
Totally.
something was like, "How much do you spend on a bottle of wine?" She's like, "About an hour." But it does, like, at what point is it to be?
What's the age limit?
So, well, I mean, when is it just like, it's kind of sad? Like, when does the, like, when does, like, your...
No, it becomes funny
age-
again.
I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe.
Neil Hamburger.
Well, but that's like a full on. He was old since he was 30. Like, he made that character to be an old, ageless character. Or whatever. I'm not trying to... Just like,
Well, he's growing into his character like I was.
Yeah.
I was a bitter cunt at 35, and I didn't deserve it. Like I
Too
didn't have
young
the
to
life
be.
experience to be that much of a fucking know-it-all asshole, and that's what I see in all of the comics I follow on Twitter that all became political.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Killing
yeah,
it.
you're kids basically, and yeah, I went through that.
I thought you were
phase.
a hack, but apparently you're a fucking
Now I
politics
am.
philosopher, and you have all these doctor and scientist friends now. Everyone is just like, I get my information from doctors and scientists that I know. A bunch of doctors and
That man's
scientists.
working up. Sorry. Sorry, I was having eye contact. That a bit I wrote fucking yesterday or 2 shows ago. I'm like, that's going somewhere.
Yeah, everybody's a fucking.
I mean,
expert
I
in
feel bad where I go, well, we're charging a fucking healthy ticket price for what an act should be worked out, but my act has never worked out.
Yeah.
Like, unless I'm filming a special, I'm still working on some shit because I'm bored with saying the shit I said fucking weeks or months ago. That works. It's the cliche of some of these jokes are just for me. Some of them are just for you. Because I'm sick of fucking saying them. I know you'll laugh, and that'll get me to a place where it allows me a break to think of something that I've been working on in my head in the moment. Or, yeah, I abuse the fuck out of my audience, but I said that on stage tonight.
You're honest about it.
Yeah, you're honest.
Tell 'em.
Yeah, I would rather watch this show. I would rather watch someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're about to say.
Than being a well-oiled machine.
Not so far as improv troops.
Not that.
Where, listen, this is all going to be based on your comic. No, to fucking work on something. But I have worked on it.
Well, that's an Andy Kindler has a bit about like where he's like, oh, improv troops, they make it up on the spot. Give me an occupation, give me a thing, give me a place. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing we do every night, regardless.
No, they hear suggestions.
Yeah.
Who said
Wait, did somebody say?
All right, give me an occupation. Who said gynecologist?
Yeah,
Now I know the level of
yeah.
No one. Nobody said gynecologist.
Oh, this side of the room is the fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is the Randy Macho Man Savage.
Thaddeus, just while we were taking a piss at the break, your book, Renegade History of the United States.
Yes, sir.
Is that okay.
When you read it, it was called that. Yeah.
Is it called
When I-
something?
Did they change the name?
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Read
but
it.
at the break, you were saying that, because Walsh was saying, oh, is it on Audible? How long is it? Because I have to drive back to L.A. And you said you didn't read it, which is weird because...
I wrote it.
but because you can speak.
Oh,
I
didn't read.
People
yes, I
like
didn't do the audio.
Stephen
Yes.
King that
Yes.
do read their own books shouldn't,
Yes.
which I feel about my own books.
I didn't know I could speak until after the audiobook was made because I wasn't a podcaster yet, so I didn't know I was good on a mic. So it's some stupid Shakespearean actor doing it instead of me.
Did you have any involvement?
No, that
with
was when I was
picking
nobody.
who-
So the publisher just said, "This is what we're going to do." And the next thing I knew, there's this jackass talking my words for me.
What's his name?
I don't even know.
Because we're huge into Audible books and always click the sample.
Yeah.
Even with me, because I can't imagine having to listen to me reading. Like, just listening to sets every day, 2 weeks back on the road. He records every set, and I listen to them, but I have to go at 150 speed. Otherwise, I'm screaming at my own computer. Get to the fucking point!
Well, we've also turned off audiobooks because the quality, not the person speaking, but the quality of the sound.
Yeah, we
was
just did that.
horrible.
That's
On an audiobook?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
They can't afford a studio? Or?
Have you heard your
Yeah,
audiobook?
they actually...
Because it can happen anyway.
They hired a real studio, I think.
Well, you can actually, with Audible, people can just be a producer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Cheryl.
My books,
Yeah,
I don't get reports of bad audio, but we've actually stopped
I
listening to
don't.
things.
Do you look at reviews of your own shit?
Sure. I used to.
I used to.
The first time I was on Rogan, I actually, because it was my first time doing a big show, I actually read like every single comment on YouTube,
Oh,
which was like a soul-destroying experience. But, I pulled myself back together, so I'm a new man after that. But yeah, it was really like, because it's like this huge,
Well,
magnifying
because you,
glass.
like a comic, focus on only the bad ones.
Exactly.
Oh, it's 2%, 1-star reviews?
Every like little mannerism,
I'm gonna read everyone and hate myself.
everything, everything about my face, everything about my voice, I didn't know
It's
I
a double whammy because you're on video too.
Oh yeah.
So they could pick you apart on that schoolyard
Yeah.
fucking thing.
And like what they do to women, I was thinking, man, if I were a woman, this would be like 50 times worse. But yeah, every little thing. Like I didn't know I had all these mannerisms.
For the listener, since this is audio only, he is a very ugly woman.
Pretty hot.
Indeed.
I didn't think someone 600 pounds could get up those steps and through that door. But you know what? It's a testament. You've been working out. It's good.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, my voice is still a little husky.
No, we have the B-Man's modulator, so I pitched it up. Pitched it up.
I think we just did a podcast. I have smoked an entire pack of cigarettes. It is right now
Shocking.
10:30. No, since sushi.
Yeah, I know.
Since sushi. In 5.5 hours, I've smoked American Spirits.
So that's like
2 packs of cigarettes.
But 20 times 25 minutes. How much of your day? Each cigarette lasts about 20 minutes. Fucking American Spirit. So
A Marlboro Light is about 7 minutes if you're smoking it to death.
yeah,
This is maybe 10 minutes. 11 minutes.
it's a
They
lot of
burn
day.
slower. Well, I had a lot of day free, Brendan.
I'm just
I
saying.
wasn't
you
sitting
should
there
look at
trying
your
to figure
smoking.
out how to modulate my fucking voice.
Well, you'll have your
That
own
was
fucking voice modulator in your You'll
That was-
have a funny voice forever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Doug Stanhope.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I was at sushi today and I put a piece of salmon in my neck hole. Fucking don't recommend that.
You are listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
Just before the show in the green room, Chaley says to him something about, did you work on your set? He goes, I have a visor and a wig and a voice modulator.
And I'm going to ride a scooter on. So I was going to get a Lime scooter and ride it out.
He
on
goes,
stage.
how much new material do I have to write with all that?
Touche.
Maybe scooter tomorrow. I don't know. It seems like a lot.
But
I might hurt myself.
You're adding risk. You're adding risk to the show.
Yeah.
you should write it off the stage. There's no way to get up the
Well, then
steps
I'll definitely
on a
hurt
scooter.
myself.
You can just ghost write it once you hit the steps going off stage.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll test one out tomorrow.
Oh, you can sue the club
Right on
for
the street.
fucking handicap like Ralphie May did. Ralphie May, Ralphie
Yeah.
May is a 600 pounds or whatever. Yeah, he busted through a step on his way up to the stage and sued the
Sued
club.
And he won?
I don't know. Probably.
Did he do it in New York?
They gave him
He probably
basket of
settled for a
chicken wings.
middle week in fucking Austin.
He probably wasn't 600. He wasn't very tall. First time I saw him, I was like, he's as wide as he is tall.
Yes.
Like, he was only
Definitely.
like
He wasn't
5'6",
very-
maybe.
He's impressive.
He used to have a
He
joke
was
about he had
heavy.
to lose weight to do the fat guy on a TV show.
Yeah, but
he had to get down to 400 pounds.
He was so
Oh, really?
shit.
I had
No,
a
he's
joke
definitely
last
full
night
shit,
about
right?
He
that.
told me like 3 times over the course of knowing him that he got his first fucking bypass surgery recently.
Just
When he was like 30.
the other day.
No, take care of yourself, kids.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah. Oh. He died from being fat. Did you tell Shawcroft that when Hedberg died? You said he died because she was fat. This is Lynn told me this.
It was a different day and age. Oh,
Lynn,
fuck, I forgot that
You
was
could-
tonight.
Remember the days when you could pick on widows? Remember those days, the good old days?
widow roasting. I think Lynn told me this, that like when Mitch died, you were calling her, like you guys weren't friends. You and Lynn weren't friends, really.
Not close.
And she said you were calling her nonstop after Mitch died, and she didn't take your call. And then when she finally answered the phone, like a day later, she says, "You said your husband died because you're fat." That's not at all.
It's a great story, though.
No. She was. I might have said that. Yeah. I might have said that.
Accidental.
Actually, I was going to say, because she was never fat.
No,
and
no,
And then I
but
realized, I would never say that to an actual fat person.
yeah, of course.
I'm not rude. I call skinny women fat. It's funnier.
Well, I used to have a bit. Well, it's not
I
even
was
a bit.
woke before woke was a thing. You only call skinny women fat, and you only call white men dinger. See?
Nobody.
Dinger?
Anybody, Dinger?
That was,
Anybody?
That was a story for.
God.
That was a
Barely worked
cancel
in
culture
Denver.
story for half a day, and that's another reason to not worry about cancel culture, because unless it's egregious, it's only in a news cycle for as long as it's trending on Twitter.
Stop
And
Asian hate.
that was fucking brilliant. All right.
You do good.
Now we're going to talk too much inside baseball tonight. We're
All right.
going to wrap this up. Thaddeus Russell is at Thaddeus Russell
Actually, RenegadeUniversity.com is the place to find it.
at RenegadeUniversity.com.
Yeah, it's a website.
Yeah.
Renegade University.
I'm sorry, RenegadeUniversity.com is the website. Yep.
Is the website.
That's me.
You said at.
No, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
all
We
good.
figured it out. It's just
Let's just move on.
we're in a
It'll be in the show notes.
We're in
That was
a
controversial.
culture that's so lazy. Like, that's too many letters. Can you do an acronym? I'll go to the website. But yes, and Brendan Walsh is,
WorldRecordPodcast.com.
and if Twitter is listening, if you could just flood Twitter with begging for some kind of
To get at Brendan Walsh back.
at Brendan Walsh. He lost his blue check.
No, I lost
No,
my
he
whole
lost the
account.
entire account.
What'd you do?
And all the
I
followers.
impersonated Donald Trump Jr. when on election day was like, "This is fucked. Me and Peter, me and Eric are putting on a pot of coffee. We're gonna figure this out. Sleepy Joe, we just bought the White House. So good luck for
Well, you
10
have to
minutes." And then
understand,
they took it away.
he was verified, so he had the blue check.
And I
But
changed
you can
everything. It was
change
a
the
trick
name.
Change your
everything.
name.
It tricked John Cusack.
Yeah.
John Cusack's like, "Eat shit, motherfucker!" But like, I did it for 10 minutes and then was like, I should maybe change it back, and was like, fuck.
Already?
Oh, yeah.
It was 10 minutes.
The bots picked up on it.
Well,
No,
I
I don't know
remember
what happened.
asking you, because we were both verified. I go,
Yeah,
can you, like, will they delete you? Because I was going to do it when I was traveling. Like, the flight got canceled. Can I change my profile, because I have the blue check, to saying I am like a travel writer for Condé Nast and all this?
Yeah.
Where if I tweeted about this airline, they would go, "Oh fuck, this guy's got
verified.
300,000 fucking followers. He's got to be legit because he's got a blue check." And you go, "I don't know."
Well,
And
you
now I
can
know
also.
because you got.
Well, you could change. You have the blue check. You could change your name to Delta Airlines, copy their picture, and be Delta Airlines, and go, "You're allowed to shit in the aisles now." And a lot of people will, because they won't
Shit in
see
the aisles?
underneath where it says it'll
Where it
still
says
be
your
at Doug
actual-
Stanhope.
Yeah.
But everything else.
No one reads the fine print.
And I gotta send a shout out to Jamar Neighbors, who's a crazy comic guy who he would change his thing to Donald Trump, and it was so funny. He'd just be like, he did a tweet where he's just like, "Y'all are gay." As Donald Trump, it looked like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And I, like, late at night, I'm like, dude, this is the funniest thing ever. And I changed mine to Mike Pence, and me and him tweeted back and forth as Donald Trump and Mike Pence with blue check mark. And people going like, what the fuck is going on? At like 3 in the morning. And so we had done this a few times. Like, anytime I'd go on late at night and Jamar changed his thing to Trump, I'd change it to Pence and it'd copy everything from their profile. And we'd have these like conversations and then change them back. But it would go on for an hour. So like when I did the Donald Trump Jr. thing, when the day they announced that Joe Biden won, like on a Saturday, I was like, oh, I'll just change it to Donald Trump Jr. and like freak out. And did it literally for 10 minutes and was like, maybe this is a bad idea. And then like, my biggest fucking promotional tool was taken away. God.
Like Trump.
But now I'm at Brendan. At Brendan Walsh.
Yes, the at symbol with AT Brendan Walsh. Find him,
Doesn't
follow
matter.
him, because you are one of the funniest people on Twitter that I follow.
According to you.
Well, Chris Cubis is. I haven't seen him recently. I stopped fucking looking at
you
Twitter,
haven't been
but
on that much.
But yeah, at Brendan Walsh on Twitter is at
Thaddeus Russell.
Thaddeus Russell. Read the book At Egg Lester is Tracy at Greg Chaley.
Oh, besides Twitter, at Beehole Walsh is my Instagram, and that's where I post clips from the podcast video clips, and they're funny. At whatever, fucking just stop the podcast. It sounds like teenage girls.
No.
My TikTok is cool guy 69.
Bring back my MySpace. Take us out of here, Bingo.
Okay, bye-bye now.
All right, we got a real special treat for you guys, okay? Our next comedian is Doug Stanhope's favorite comedian. He has a podcast. It's called the World Record Podcast. Give it up for the motherfucking B-Man. Make it loud.
Give it up. Give it up. Can you hear me? Give it up. Give it up. San Francisco, give it up. My hometown, San Francisco, where I'm from. Oh, it's good to be home, baby, right? Woke up this morning, saw that Golden Gate Bridge, GGB, am I right? That's what we call it. Where are my locals at? GGB! Those childhood memories of going to Candlestick Park with my old man, watching the Giants play, riding a cable car. Come on. It's my life. Rice-a-roni, Sam. We fucking ate that shit. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Rice-a-roni, San Francisco treat. Get it free here. It's free here. A lot of people don't know that. Give it up for Chinatown. Come on, yeah. China is the best Chinatown next to China. This Chinatown is the best. I love Chinatown. And on a serious note, let's stop Asian hate, okay? Yeah. I mean, not to bring it down, but let's end all this Asian hate. And speaking of hate, Hate Street, am I right? Fucking go down there, smoke a doobie, listen to the Grateful Dead, fucking trucking, I'm fucking trucking, da-dee-da-da-da, motherfucking trucking and now. Let's give it up for
Satan, too. Let's fucking give it up for the Dark Lord. Let's worship Satan. Fucking Satan, baby.
Fucking love San Francisco. Anybody here drinking a craft beer? Fucking love. I don't drink craft beers. I drink arts and craft beers. They got popsicle sticks and pipe cleaners in them. Thank you. So we got here, everybody. Oh, Alcatraz. That's another made a whole list of the stuff that I was going to say to prove that I'm from here. All right, what is this? What is this place? Let's see. What's your problem, sir?
Pride Gifts at Cedar Springs.
Hey, man, this is the condom place?
Yes, it is.
I bought a pack of condoms there yesterday. I don't think it was from you, but I opened the condom and it's full of spiders. So what do I do?
So you bought it from here?
I bought it from there, and I thought it was just the one rubber. I call them rubbers, Profos, short for prophylactic sometimes. But I opened the one rubber because I was going to bone my old lady, and there was a spider in there, so I threw that one down, and then I opened the next rubber, and it's full of spiders.
And what do you remember what time you bought it?
What time I bought it?
Mm-hmm.
Bought it at 11 a.m. Because me and my wife always do sex at 11:15, and we live pretty close to the place. And the spiders got out. He laid eggs in my pubes. And now what? I can't shave off my pubes because I'm a grown man.
You remember who you bought it from?
I'm a grown man with a fully formed adult male penis.
I bought it. There was a lady.
No life.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
He tried to copy my voice. Have no life. Oh, I have quite a life, young man. I have children, and I'm a grown man. I just do this on the side when Doug makes me come do things. So you guys are all vaccinated. You have to be vaccinated, right? Oh, somebody here's not vaccinated? Oh, man. Where? Raise your hand, because we got to get the guy. We got the guys here. We got guys here. They got to come get you. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not a fan of Clarence Clemens or Charlie Parker, so I'm kind of an anti-saxer. I like paying full price for clothes and stuff, so I don't go to TJ Maxx. I'm kind of an anti-TJ Maxxer. I like it when I can't shit. I like being constipated. I'm an anti-laxer. Who's booing? Who's booing? Who's booing? If you're thinking about doing stand-up comedy, here's a tip. Just get a bunch of bells and whistles. You don't even have to write any material. All together.
Generation 8 tattoo and body piercing.
Oh, thank God. I need to come in and get a tattoo. Can I come in and get a tattoo?
We're booked out for the rest of the night right now.
Okay, well, what if I give you $100? Then can you get me in there? Because I need a tattoo stat. This girl said she won't let me kiss her unless I have a tattoo. She's a rock
Bro,
and roll
as much
lady.
as I would love to help you, we just don't have anyone available right now.
Well, where do you get the ideas for your tattoos? Can I come in and pitch some ideas? I got an idea. What about this?
That's not even part of the issue. We just don't have anyone who is currently available to do a tattoo for you.
Do you got this one, though? Do you got this one? What about like a snake coming out of a skull's eye?
Bro.
What about this one? Like a third eye right on your forehead. You listen to Joe Rogan?
Yes, I listen to Joe Rogan.
Have you ever done any tattoos of Joe Rogan's face on anybody?
No, I have not.
There's a lot of them out there. Go on Instagram. People get Joe Rogan's face tattooed on their leg. Okay, here's an idea. How about a tattoo of a guy's leg with a picture of Joe Rogan on it? So it's like a meta.
Meta is tight, but meta is not something we can accomplish tonight, unfortunately.
Okay, here's another idea. And you can use any of these ideas. It's like a keyboard with musical notes coming out of it. And then in cursive it says, I love music.
That is deep. It's super deep.
You know those S? Remember the S's we used to draw in high school with the 3 line, the S, like
Yeah,
the metal
yep,
S?
yeah. The 3 lines on top and the 3 lines on bottom. You connect them all. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
You know how to do that?
They're visceral.
Do you know how to
Hell
do that?
yeah, dude.
Could you do it like
Yeah, man. I would.
make it look 3D?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was in 6th grade too. I could make those things look 3D as hell.
That's tight. I dropped out of school in the 5th grade. I had to go work in a factory.
Damn. True.
Could I get a tattoo of like a fictional sports team's logo? Like a
Hell
team
yeah, dude. What's the fictional sports team?
Well, that's what we're gonna have to sit down and figure out. I'll come in. I'll bring some graph paper. I imagine you have artist pens or whatever. We'll come up with like maybe the Flying Dinosaurs, and it's a hockey team, but they play hockey with a football.
Totally like Velociraptors with like a hockey stick.
Now we're talking. This guy knows his shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I got the brain.
Can I get in there and get this tattoo tonight?
Bro, we can't do it tonight, man. I've been having fun with it, but we can't tattoo you
listen.
tonight.
Yo. Listen. This girl said she's going to give me a blow jay if I get the tattoo. Listen. Hear that?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
dude, I'm
doing
getting
it
a
currently.
blow jay.
Oh, dude, I'm getting a blow jay right now. Hey, it's me, Alvin, from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Guys, do you like blow jays? Well, of course he hung up. What the fuck? The guy
stayed on there forever. All right, let's do one last call. This is not. And then you can see your hero, Doug Stanhope, fucking drink beer on stage or whatever he does. This was Doug's idea. I don't know about this one. So all making crank calls. But you guys are a great crowd. It's fun, right? You guys all buy your tickets like, when do you buy your tickets? Like 2018 or something? Doug has a lot of top.
San Francisco Children's Hospital.
No? Is this the San Francisco?
Hello?
This is the Children's Hospital?
Yes, sir.
I'm doing I had bought condoms with, I deal with, I have spider eggs in my pubes, and you guys don't, you don't have, never mind. This isn't, no.
No.
I put a bomb in the Children's
Sir?
Hospital. Okay, bye. Alright, so we'll get out of here with, it's crazy. Nobody would do that. Nobody would do that for real. Doug, that's not... It's obviously a joke. Nobody would call the... I'll call her back. But I mean, I don't think the cops would prosecute me.
Should call San Francisco Children's Hospital?
Yeah, hey, it's me again. There's not really a bomb in there. I'm doing a comedy show at Cops.
That's not funny. This is a children's hospital.
Funny. My name's Brendan Walsh. I'm with Doug Stanhope, and it was his idea to do that.
Brendan Walsh? Yeah.
You heard of me?
Oh, yeah. I listen to your podcast.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! So you're not going to call the cops? Are you going to call the cops?
Well, yeah, not now.
Okay, good, because I really did put a bomb in there, bitch. Bye. All right, thanks a lot, everybody! Enjoy your headliner!